Think you can score an A1? 99% of students fail this ultimate WAEC biology test. Which of the following cell organelles is the site for protein synthesis? At which level of biological organization does an onion bulb exist? Plasmolysis occurs when a living plant cell is placed in a solution that is the primary function of the contractile vacuole in paramecium is which of the following distinguishes active transport from diffusion? The tissue responsible for secondary growth in dicotyledonous plants is the Which of the following organisms exists as a colony? The diastema in the dentition of a herbivore, such as a goat, is an adaptation for which enzyme in the mammalian gastric juice is responsible for the coagulation of milk? Which of the following elements is a micronutrient essential for chlorophyll formation, but not part of its core structure? The mode of nutrition in mucor is described as the primary role of bile in the digestion of food is to the final end product of protein digestion in mammals is during the test for starch in a green leaf, the leaf is boiled in alcohol in order to the main respiratory organ of a very young toad tadpole is the which tissue is responsible for the transport of manufactured food from the leaves to other parts of a cassava plant? An individual with which blood group is considered a universal recipient? Anaerobic respiration in yeast cells produces which chamber of the mammalian heart has the thickest muscular wall? Lenticels are structures primarily found in the which blood vessel directly carries oxygenated blood to the mammalian liver? The mechanism of opening and closing of stomata relies primarily on the excretory organ in the earthworm is the which hormone is responsible for lowering the blood sugar level in mammals? The part of the mammalian brain responsible for maintaining balance and posture is the deamination of excess amino acids in mammals occurs in the ultrafiltration in the mammalian kidney takes place in the the mammalian skin acts as a sense organ because it contains hormone is primarily responsible for apical dominance? Myopia, short-sightedness, is an eye defect that can be corrected using a The fusion of the male and female pronuclei to form a zygote is called Which of the following insects undergoes incomplete metamorphosis? Courtship behavior in the male agama lizard typically involves After fertilization, the part of a flower that typically develops into a fruit is the Vegetative propagation in the cassava plant is commonly achieved by using The placenta in mammals is primarily responsible for The specific site of production of spermatozoa in a male mammal is the An ecological association where one organism benefits while the other is neither harmed nor benefited is called Pneumatophores, breathing roots, are adaptive features typically found in plants growing in The primary source of energy in any typical food chain is In the nitrogen cycle, denitrifying bacteria are responsible for converting Which ecological instrument is used to measure the speed of the wind? A major cause of global warming is the continuous increase in atmosphere. What is the correct sequence of energy flow in an ecosystem? Is it consumer to producer to decomposer, sun to producer to consumer, decomposer to consumer to producer, or sun to consumer to producer? The basic unit of inheritance located on a chromosome is the A genetic cross between a homozygous tall plant, capital T, and a dwarf plant, lowercase t, will yield which of the following? Which of the following traits is an example of continuous variation in humans? The scientist who proposed the theory of evolution by natural selection is A person with blood group O is considered a universal donor because their blood Which nitrogenous base is present in RNA but absent in DNA?